You guys, it's Mary.
And I'm
We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, you all, because today we are going to be talking about Tom Brady.
I know.
1 year later, after he had retired and then said that he was not going to retire, he has now officially announced his retirement on Instagram. And honey, I just personally feel what a waste.
Yeah.
I just feel like what a waste. Giselle, she did go underneath his comment and she said, wish you nothing but the best in this new chapter. Yeah. And all the men in the comment section was like, bruh, she wants you. She wants that goat stroke or whatever.
She just wishes you the best.
It actually means she's done. The man actually looked like he was about to tear up and cry. Yeah. When he was talking about thank you to my family who have supported me, he realizes he doesn't have a family anymore. You have kids in 2 separate households. And I feel like that's so sad. Had you just retired,
you worked hard together.
Yeah,
you guys had.
You would not have had what you had
goals.
if she wasn't there. She was just as important as you run up and down that field. She was just as important to your story and your legacy. And when you are just, and I'm sure she was imagining you guys being able to enjoy his retirement years, like your golden age together, enjoying your kids, having grandkids, going to weddings, attending colleges together, you guys traveling, really getting yourselves back to being that loving space that you have once the kids are out of the nest. All for you all to get divorced. It just breaks my heart, honestly. It really breaks my heart. Yeah. I'm just like,
I wish they could get back together.
I'm really hoping that they do get back together, but it looks like Giselle is done. The fact that she wrote that, I know the men were like, she wants him back. No, that is her saying sayonara too damn late. That's what that was. I wish you well on your new chapter. So I just personally, that just a waste. Just so sad. Yeah. And he just looked so broken. I mean, you retired. You didn't win, but now you're ritiring. Yeah. I mean, you could have actually retired on top. I feel like a lot of athletes would love to be able to retire when they win their last game. Like Serena, I feel like she probably regrets leaving because she wishes she would have won. She would have left on top. Because she even talked about it in an interview where she said, I was hoping and thinking I was going to go further and I didn't, and that was very heartbreaking. I wish I could have done things differently. But had she left the last time when she won, would have left on top. Tom Brady, you won. You could have left on top. But she decided, let me come back.
I kind of feel like I don't think it really matters to me whether you leave on top or not.
Well, I know, but I feel like as athletes, they feel like that.
Yeah. Finish when you have gotten it out of your system. If not, you have all these regrets, Yeah. And sometimes maybe the failure helps you to understand that it's over. So that when you leave and you're done, you're not like Michael Jordan trying to come back again. See, he left on top. He left on top, but he wasn't totally ready.
Yeah.
He felt like he still has something in the tank, and then he came back to the Washington Wizards, and we know how that went south.
Well, how did he go south?
Well, he never was on top.
Did he make it to the finals?
No, he never even made it to playoffs.
Dang.
So he was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'm not really about the whole leave when you're on top. I'm really not. I think that
failure helps you realize that you're done.
Exactly.
It's time to hang it up.
It's like a boxer when you go and you think you can still punch, and then someone hits you real good and knocks you out. You're like, okay, now I understand. I am not really that good no more. And
time to hang
I'm
it
old.
Up. Time to hang it up.
Go hang it up for me, Safo. So I feel like he needed that little thing to get out of him.
Yeah.
I didn't really I understood what Giselle was saying. She sees him broken, beat up, on his last leg, last breath, whatever. But I didn't really agree with her either to push the matter. Because it's kind of like...
I feel like it's kind of like...
You married an athlete. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait until Oh man, you gotta wait until they're ready to give up, man. You
But
really
sometimes
do.
you really just don't know, and you don't know, and we don't know what she's been through throughout the
I get
years.
it, but you
know,
married an athlete.
well, no, it's her first time. This is literally her first
No.
experience. She hasn't been with other athletes. I don't think, has she?
I mean, I just feel like
She should have been more patient.
it's one of those things. It's not even about being patient. This is who you married. This plays such a big part in his identity and everything.
Yeah,
And that's where you just pray
yeah,
that when he's finally ready to be done, he's going to still be okay.
yeah,
That's how I just feel. I don't feel like she has the rights to tell him to stop. I don't think so. I actually don't. Just like I don't think a man has the right to come tell a woman either. Like I don't think Serena's husband has the right to come say I need you to stop. I don't. She's
Yeah.
an athlete. You married an athlete. They're going to give their 100% until
Yeah.
they are done.
yeah,
And you need to wait until they're done because if not, they have regrets.
yeah.
And you can never give them back those years that they think in their mind they had. You understand?
Well, maybe
so when
Giselle
you
feel like
push
she's
them,
given up
this
on
is what
something as
happens.
well.
When you push them to stop early, and then they stop early, in their minds though, they're thinking, man, I probably had 2 more extra years. They may not have, but they will never know it because you push them. And that's how that resentment starts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That resentment is there
yeah,
because you kind of stole those years from me. But when you sit back and say, okay, continue, then there's no delusion.
I mean, it's kind of like what we went through today.
You think you got 2 years in your tank, you find out you only have 6 months. Okay. Is it over? Yeah. That's
All
what I
right,
thought.
come bring your cripple. No, let me not go there.
Bring your full ass home. Shit. Now I got to help you. Well, guess what?
At least you have the money so I can get a helper.
No. Not to me send you. Not to so. I not send you yonder. Now you go. You say you want for do 2 more years. Not to so. Okay. Well, here you are. You people. No problem. However, I have some travel arrangements. I got to go. I will leave you with a nurse. But I will be back. Love you, boo. Like, she
That
should
is
have
too
done
funny.
her own thing. But I don't think she has that right to say that. You just don't. I really don't think so. An athlete has to be, it's like Cody, right? Kobe, we saw him for 10 years. The Lakers were shit. I mean, they just were.
I mean, the Lakers literally let him live it out, though.
But
even though they were losing left and right, and they sent him off
But
well.
guess what? When he finished, and someone asked him, "Do you miss it?" Not at all. And he was able to finish how he wanted and pivot his career into something phenomenal.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because you're not like, there's no conflict in your mind.
you're at peace. You're,
You're
at peace with the decision.
peace, and you need to be at peace with it. This was your livelihood. This was your identity.
Yeah,
You put in the most time in this. You knew you were marrying an athlete. This is what he brought. And I'm talking from someone who dated someone who was in the Olympics. So I know what they put in it. You don't have a right to tell this person, after this one, that's it. I just don't think so. Just
Yeah.
like Serena's husband, you don't have the right to go tell her, you need to stop because we need to come have a baby. You
Did
need
he
to stop
say
right
that?
now. No, he didn't. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I was like, well, I didn't
It
get that
goes, what I'm
one.
saying, it goes both ways.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
goes both ways, whether the woman is the athlete or the man is the athlete.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think the spouse has the right to do that.
Yeah, because I mean, they were their own person before you even came along.
It's like President Obama went to go be president. And Michelle said, no, I don't want you to be president. It's going to be too much.
But that's the
Like, people
that's
have
a huge,
destinies. People
Yeah.
have destinies. They came into this world their damn self. You were not there to pull them out of their mother's womb.
But that's
They
also
are-
a very important part of being in a marriage and in a relationship. You have to be able to let your person be their own person.
You just have
They
to.
were an individual before you came along.
That's what I'm
and when
saying.
you give up your individuality in a marriage or a relationship,
Yeah.
you lose yourself and you start to
Yeah.
hate your partner.
Yeah.
You start to blame them.
You know?
That's why you have to let them be able to do what they do, let them live it out, and then die it out on their
Yeah.
own.
It's like that
It's so
song.
important.
It's like that song that
It's just like-
Travis. I can't remember what his last name is. Oh man, I've forgotten. Oh, Garth Brooks. I think it was Garth Brooks who sang the song about like if I had known, and he was talking about Martin Luther King, talking about John Kennedy. Like if they had known that they would have died
Yeah.
in the end as being assassinated.
Yeah.
Will they have changed the direction of how they behaved to prevent that kind of death? And probably the answer is no. They're still going to live their lives. They're still going to do the things that they were meant to do. Everybody has a purpose in this life.
Yeah.
And I don't think another human being, I don't care who you are, has the right. I as a mother, I can't go and tell my children, no, I don't. That's very dangerous. Like me, I really will not like any of my kids to go into certain professions, right? But it's not something that I ever share with them.
It's kind of like what we went through
Because
today.
you just can't. Go ahead.
But it's kind of like what we went through today. Like today, I was like, should I go to? I really wanted to go to beach. We had a whole entire argument about me going to beach or not, whatever
Yeah.
stuff. And 5 minutes later, I had gone off. Well, I hadn't gone off. I was still in the house. I just was
Yeah.
stewing. 5 minutes later, she comes and she apologized. She said, "I'm sorry. I want you to go." And it was like, go have fun or whatever, stuff like that.
Right.
Because she wanted us to come and do YouTube and focus and everything. I mean, I did promise. I said it's upload weekend or whatever
Yeah.
stuff. But when you did that, and I started thinking, I was like, well, should I leave? I mean, should I go?
Yeah.
So at first, I was just going to go regardless. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
if she tell me no, I'm going to go regardless.
Yeah. Because
But when you let me make my own choice and my decision, I was like, it's
Right.
actually best for me to stay home. I really am not feeling like going out anyway. So it's best for me to stay home and focus on the YouTube like I said I wanted to do this weekend anyway. And I ended up staying at home.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to let people make their own individual
to let
choices
people
and
be.
just let go.
Yeah. And that was one of the things that I said. I said, I don't want you
To not listen to your instincts.
not listening to your inner voice because you're trying to rebel against me.
Yeah.
So I want to take myself out of it
Yeah.
so that you can listen to whatever voice is saying, we're not really feeling like it. Because sometimes that's your saving grace.
Yeah.
So when you as a parent, you come and you're like trying to enact that control, the child is so busy rebelling that they're not listening to their inner voice, which tomorrow, if I die tomorrow, she needs that to just thrive in this world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but very good.
But it's the same thing in marriage. It's the same thing in every single
Yeah.
relationship. Whether it's with
Yeah.
your friend, whether it's
can't-
with a coworker, whether it's with your spouse, your
Yeah.
boyfriend, your sibling, whatever. You have to let people make their own
You
choices.
do. You really do. You
Because, I
can't
mean, they came in the
control
world by
people.
themselves.
Yeah. You can't
That's
control
a really
people.
beautiful lesson, honestly.
Yeah. You can't really control people. You really cannot. You just can't. That's why you gotta live your own life. You gotta live out your own dreams. You gotta find your own damn purpose.
Yeah.
Because you can't control people's destinies. Everybody has a destiny. Everybody has a path that they need to follow.
Yeah.
Everybody has a purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you're with your spouse, it's like the icing on this cake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I have someone to share this with. Now I have someone to have these memories of me and all of that stuff, who gave me children and all of that. So I just feel like with Giselle, I just, in this case, while I sympathize and I understand, I just really wasn't on her side about this particular thing, which, usually I am on the women's side regardless.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride with the woman
I know.
and forget what she do. But in this instance, I just don't agree with Giselle. I really just don't. You can't push someone like an athlete. Like, I want to tell you, when I dated this Olympian, I knew that the event that he was about to do, like, that he was not going to win. Like, I could see,
Yeah.
like, the decline.
Yeah.
You know, I was not blind, so I could see the decline. And but that's not for me to go say, "Hey, bruh, it's over." Okay, don't go embarrass yourself. Leave on top. What the hell is that? If I was an
That's so
athlete,
true.
someone tell me that it is over. That relationship is dead and gone. F you, okay? And take your little advice left.
And get the hell on down the road.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Don't come tell me that because
Yeah.
I'm trying to focus on what I gotta go focus on.
I know what Botobata you
Like, what
speaking.
kind of sabotage
How dare
is
you be
this?
negative
Like, how
and say
dare
that?
you?
Yeah.
You know, so
I mean,
it's
that's just like somebody telling me you're never going to make it at designer. Sit your ass down.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like you just look at
let me tell you some truths. No.
It's very hard in the fashion industry.
Yeah.
Well, F you. I have another destiny, and
Yeah.
you're not in it.
And the thing is, it's not like the person who you're telling doesn't already know. But what they need from you is encouragement.
It's support, damn it. That's it.
As that person was leaving, I was like, and he, he was traveling. I was like, okay, I know you're gonna do great. All right, okay. When he came back, yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna say that.
Well,
Really? Did he make a mistake? Oh my goodness. Next time, no, actually, babe, I'm done. Okay. Oh, well, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, yeah. Yeah, Giselle, no. And I really wish that you guys put your ego aside.
And come back
And
together.
come back together. You guys were a powerful force, doing all the healthy foods and whatever. You had beautiful kids.
I know.
Wonderful children. And I'm sure now Tom just misses that, I'm sure.
I
And
know.
Giselle, you just have to, for the longest time, you've been trying to control this man's whole football thing. You've yelled
Isn't she
at the coach.
Brazilian?
You have put it out on Front Street, how he's almost dying each time he goes. You've been doing this for about a decade. I was hearing you doing all that stuff. Okay, you've been doing it for a decade. God still, you have to understand. I don't even think I think he was one of the last people drafted into the NFL. Nobody really believed in him until he became a Patriot and started to excel.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So you just also got to believe that God, he got him. This
Yeah.
is what he was destined to do.
Yeah.
You've been complaining for 10 years. The man is not dead yet. Okay? But he wanted to leave on his own accord, not because he's being forced out. And maybe if you had not been forcing him all this time, he would have left a long time ago. But it's that rebellion. I'm not going to allow this woman who met my ass as a fucking NFL star to tell me when I'm going to stop. And then you cause him to rebel when there's, maybe he would have left a long time ago, maybe 2-3 years ago. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I just feel like,
I mean, when you're seeing him broken and beaten down, just take it to God and pray on him.
yeah,
Just pray
put your
over him.
ego
Take
aside.
him to spas or whatever where they massage him. Make sure he has the best medicine or whatever out
Yeah,
there.
that's all you
but
can
just
do.
support and
And then
encourage
pray,
him.
yeah.
And speak life into him. And just say,
Exactly.
God, I don't want to lose my husband.
you
Please
gave me this
pray.
husband anyway.
Exactly. And
You know?
that's what, sometimes as
That's the
women,
other
that's what we
thing.
have to do.
But we let fear. It's like when you have your child, you're so afraid.
You don't want them
For
to do
them,
anything.
you don't want anything to happen to
To your
them.
child, your precious
Because
baby.
it's your child,
Yeah.
You really, whatever, and this is not your child. This is actually your husband. He's your partner.
Yeah.
What if he told you, I don't want you being a model anymore. Stay home. It's really upsetting me because I feel as though it's breaking you down emotionally.
Well, maybe she was feeling like she gave up her career for the kids.
But nobody
and for their
told you
life.
to give up your career.
Well, I
And
mean,
nobody
women
told
naturally,
you.
I feel like we are the first to give up on our dreams,
Well,
especially when we start having family,
yeah,
because
I mean-
it's like that mother instinct.
Yeah,
but that's when you go do some stuff. You go model. Look at Naomi Campbell. She got herself a child.
And
She's
looks
still out there
good.
modeling.
Yeah.
You
And
could have
Giselle
still
is a
gone do
beautiful
it.
woman. She's
Your
a
man
gorgeous
is
woman.
making money. You're making. I mean, you worth more than your man.
I know.
And also, my thing is also that she's worth more than Tom Brady.
I know.
Now you telling me to leave?
Yeah, tell me
the
what
only
to
thing that's
do.
making me feel like a man.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
You can't do that, Giselle.
No.
Like, I hope she watches this and
Yeah.
maybe we can inspire them to come back together, or
Yeah.
something. But I mean,
I don't agree. I didn't agree with her at all.
I
for
just
that.
think maybe
You
that was
cannot
the
control
disconnect
people.
with
You cannot
them.
control people. I hate to be controlled, and I
I
really
think as
hate
human
it.
beings, we hate
I
that.
hate
We
it.
don't want to feel
Yeah.
that. We don't want somebody telling us what the hell to do, or
No.
you know, like it's just naturally. I feel like all human beings have this rebellious spirit.
Yeah.
You know, you say I get the rebellious spirit from my grandma.
Yeah.
Hi, grandma. But I mean, it is what it is. I feel like we
Yeah.
all kind of naturally have that. Like someone
Yeah.
tells us,
The
"Don't do that."
stubbornness.
That's the first thing we go do. Hold on, wait. Isn't that how
Yeah.
Adam and Eve got kicked out of heaven?
Yeah.
I mean, so I feel like it's all kind of been great.
You know?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. It's
But,
just
yeah.
in us. But yeah, I hope you guys put your ego aside and come
Yeah.
together. And I'm sure
Please,
it'll be
come on,
It'll
like-
be beautiful again.
It
It'll
will
be
be.
even more beautiful this time, you know?
And
But
just
put your ego aside.
Yeah.
Both of you. Both of you.
yes, you too, Tom. You too, Tom. But we wish you guys well.
Yes. we
And
really
it
do.
just we just had to say this because it was
Yeah.
just sad. But it really just correlated
And
with
if
what
you need to talk
you know,
about it, hey, come on our show. You can send us an email. and come
send
on
us
our
an
show.
email or whatever. I mean, if you guys watched this and it inspired you or whatever,
Yes.
please send us an email. You
Yes.
know,
And if you want it to be private, then we can talk privately. We don't have to
Yes.
ever disclose it.
never.
Yeah.
But it's Mary.
And Amma,
Leave a like,
share,
subscribe
and comment
down below.